We are hooked up. Hey everyone, Troy Peterson, Mr. Bluegill, and we are in the White Bass capital of the world on the Wolf River in Fremont, Wisconsin. And today we are fishing white bass. And we got first guy here. This happens to be, I think, a little male. And you always got to plan around Mother's Day or when the lilacs bloom. And that is when people from all over the Midwest come to the Wolf River to catch these things. They are so prolific. There's so many of them. The DNR has never put a regulation on them. They're considered a rough fish. So you can catch and keep as many as you'd like. And it's a great time to come and fill the freezers, but more importantly, and have a lot of fun. There we go. Hooked up. So one of these, oh, almost felt like I had a double on there and it came off. One of the big things that when you're fishing a rig like this, we've got a really long lead, as you can see. Essentially what I'm doing is tying, a glorified sabiki rig that we use down south for casting multiple baits to catch bait. It's something that, I was down there, I was like, man, this is gonna work great for white bass. So that's really what I'm tying up. But when you're casting these things, you kind of got to be mindful of the sinker into where you're casting. So I'm typically running either a 3/8 ounce to a 3/4 ounce. And the biggest thing is when we're pumping these baits back and forth, that you let that sinker hit the bottom each time before you snap it down. And then when that sinker, when you snap it, make sure you're reeling up. You're always keeping your line tight because you never know when these fish are going to eat. But most of the time when these fish hit is going to be when you snap it forward, that sinker hits. And as soon as that sinker hits, those flies kind of poof open, and that's when they're going to get nailed. The nice thing about white bass is they're a schooling fish, and when you find the school of them, using your side imaging, or if you have a Mega Live unit or whatnot, when you find the school of them, you're going to cast into those schools and you're going to get bit. I mean, there's just no other way around it. This one hit on the bottom fly, and that is on a pink lemonade. So some of my staple colors that really are on my lines pretty much at all times, I'll put this guy in here real quick, are going to be a lot of pinks. Pink and white, pink and chartreuse, like a pink lemonade, and then I'll always have one fly that'll be a dark color, like a black and orange or maybe a purple and red. But these three colors right here are going to be pretty much my staples when it comes time to chasing these things. Even when it comes time to spinners or fishing plastics too, a lot of times we're throwing a pink and a white. Now, when you're looking for these white bass, we're looking at the side imaging here, and what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a good sandbar with weeds that start and go right up to the shoreline. And that's where they're spawning. Any place we can find a good shallow sand flat with weeds and brush or timber that's laying down on the water, that's where they're gonna be when the sun is out. Early on in the morning and on the way up, when these fish are migrating up, they're gonna be out over the deeper water, over the center parts of the river. And if you know where the clam beds are, those are always great places to fish, not only the white bass, but the walleyes as well. Oofta. I honestly think this is probably the most fun a guy can have standing up. Holy moly, this guy's mad. Oh, look at that. We got a double. There we go. Now we're missing the third one, but it happens quite often that you get that third one. This just happens to be two, but I'm telling you what, like I said, this is about as most fun you can have standing up. It doesn't get any better than this. Coming to Fremont, Wisconsin, fishing the Wolf River, catching these white bass, multiples at a time, no live bait. Very, very fun experience. If you've never tried it, I strongly suggest you go out to the Wolf River in May and try this white bass fishing. Double the pleasure, double the fun. All right, now we get to go clean these things. At the end of every good day of fishing, we've got some good cleaning to do. And I've got here in my hand, this is the 7-inch Fish Crafter knife from Benchmade. This thing has got some amazing steel. Whatever they're using, this thing holds an edge like no other. One thing with cleaning white bass is when we're cutting through these rib cages, it really taxes a knife. And so far, I am super impressed It's almost as easy as cleaning with an electric fillet knife, which is what we usually use on these white bass. So when we're cleaning these white bass, you're seeing here that we're cutting above the lateral line. And above the lateral line here, you can see the dark red meat. That's what makes these fish taste horrible. You want to get rid of all the red meat. And truthfully, below that, you've got the rib cage and a little bit of belly meat back here, but that's where all your fatty tissue is. It really isn't a very good piece of meat to eat. So what we do is just take those back straps off, and those things they make excellent fish tacos, or you can fry them up like any other fish. So when the lilacs start blooming, make sure you get up to Fremont, Wisconsin on the Wolf River and get some of these white bass. And it's always a good idea to have one of these bench-made knives with you. It's gonna make easy work for all those fish you're gonna catch. I'm Troy Peterson, Mr. Bluegill, Midwest Outdoors. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Midwest Outdoors content.